Hey guys, going over OCGN here on April 15th, 2025 in the after hours. It's been a long time since I've went over OCGN here, and this is going to be unusual whales for the moment here. Take this with a grain of salt. These are the latest firms and their price targets. Some of them here from January, February, and then one from March here of 2025. Latest one here from Chardon Capital, a $7 price target with a buy recommendation. And as you can see, all these are actually going to be buy recommendations with mainly HC Wainwright repeatedly making a price target here for OCGN. Let's go ahead and go into the Webull chart here for OCGN, and this is going to be the weekly chart. And in this video, I just want to go over the potential upside move here for the following resistances to keep an eye out for, and also where our support levels are in the short term as well. So let's go ahead and go over long term first and what my opinion is for OCGN. It is going to be a catalyst based move here for OCGN. And so definitely going to take some patience as well as due diligence in order to know how long you have to wait. Let me know what your thoughts are down below for OCGN stock. And also, if you have any due diligence, feel free to share with us in our community. We do have a dedicated chat section for OCGN. QR code on the left side here for our Discord, and also link down below in the description. It's free to join, and we have over 32,000 people in our OCGN dedicated chat section. Okay. So with OCGN here currently at 69 cents, the next major resistance I would keep an eye out for, if there is going to be a really big volatile move up toward the top side, I would keep an eye out for $4.14 being tested here. And it sounds really crazy and it sounds quite absurd, especially speaking of 69 cents all the way compared to $4.15 there. If you want to compare it from our current price here, the move all the way up to $4.14, again, going to be a major resistance level that could also be a rejection point. That's already going to be right around a 560% move up for OCGN. Now, I don't know if $18.75 is going to be tested anytime soon, but the first critical resistance I want to keep an eye out for is, again, $4.15. You also got $7.27 if momentum picks up, $9.46, $11.65, $14.37, as well as $18.75. Here are the percentages moves toward the top side. And again, view this as a long-term idea. I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon, but it's definitely something to keep an eye out for, especially now that we are currently in a what I call a loading phase. So there could be a handful of people loading into OCGN shares here down at these current levels. You've got $7.27, nearly a 1,000% gainer. You got $9.46, nearly a 1,400% gainer. And then you got $11.65, close to a 1,700% gainer. And then here at $14.37, close to a 2,200% mover. And then lastly, $18.75, which a lot of people are looking for, a possible price target of $20 again. I know there's an ongoing joke as well. Once OCGN hits $20, some of us are going to be getting TAC 2s, right? $18.75 here, that's going to be right around a 2,900% mover here. So nearly 3,000% gainer for OCGN. Now, with that in mind, in terms of a major resistance test towards the top side in the future, again, long-term future, right? Here we are in the daily chart, and I'm going to go ahead and set up the Fibonacci retracement levels here from the low here of 34.5 cents all the way up to this high here of $2.10. So currently we do have a bit of a resistance here at 72 cents. This is what I'm currently viewing as a potential test here. If we get a rejection at 72 cents, I would caution on a potential drop all the way back down to 34 cents. Now this will also depend if the overall market does tank as well. So if you start to see the overall market tank, I would caution on OCGN pulling back down to 34 cents, especially with no news, right? No news, you could also see a continuation of a sell-off here for OCGN. Upon news though, especially bullish news, you might be able to see 72 cents break above, followed by a momentum move back up to $1.01 there. So you can see here the 200-day moving average is closer to about $1. And I do think we start to fluctuate back into $1 here in my personal opinion for the short term. And again, no news could potentially cause a sell-off, but at some point I think a handful of people are going to be wanting to load into OCGN again, as it is pretty cheap right now. If you compare this current price all the way up to the 200-day moving average, that's right around a 42% mover here, and you already saw that we got to a bottom of 51 cents before having this move back up to close to 72 cents resistance. The moment we break above the 72 resistance, like I said, 200-day moving average is what I'm looking for next, and again, it's right around a 42% mover. You've also got some other resistances on the way up in case we do continue to stair step back up to our recent high here of 210, which here occurred in March of 2024. The move back up to $1.22. Again, this is going to be a resistance level in the future to keep an eye out for. 75% mover. $1.43 is 105%. $1.69 is close to 142%. And then that recent high there last year at $2.10 is going to be right around a 202% mover. Let me know if you are long-term in OCGN or what you are doing here in the comments down below. Are you buying here for OCGN while it's below 72 cents? Are you waiting, and do you think that OCGN could sell off down into 34.5 cents? Or are you holding long-term, looking for that move, like I mentioned here on the weekly chart, back to $18? If you think that is possible, feel free to let us know down below in the comments. And like I mentioned earlier, if you are looking for live entries and exits, feel free to join our Discord. Live entries and exits on stocks and options are going to be in the Patreon with the QR code on the left side there. Also, both links are going to be down below in the description as well. And again, Patreon's optional. Discord's going to be free to join. And we do have that dedicated chat section for OCGN stock as well, okay? For the Patreon, we do have a 90% off permanent discount promotion going on as we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary. If you do want to view live entries and exits on stocks and options from multiple analysts, highly recommend joining the Patreon. See if there's an open spot. If you do see an open spot, it's going to be yours forever as a permanent discount promotion. Thanks guys for watching, and again, let us know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. We'll see you in the next OCGN video.